this is Mahnaz Westerberg. Thank you so much for coming back to my podcast program. Today, I have a very special friend and very amazing designer that is joining me, Debra George Ryan, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. Go ahead, Debra.
Thank you, Mahnaz. My name's Debra, and Debra K. George Interiors is my business. I was established in 1983, so we're going on 41 years of business.
Wow.
So it's my passion, it always has been, and I feel so fortunate that I've had an opportunity to have a career that I love so much. Some people are not that lucky, so
fantastic. Yeah, I have worked with Debra before, and I want her, she's extremely humble. I want her to tell you a little bit about herself. You know, when did she, do you have a designer license? What differentiates Debra from all these decorators, all these, people that they are advertising in social media? What's the difference between her and others?
I'm amazing. So actually, yes, you were asking about a license. So there is an interior design license now that started in, I believe it was 1993. California Council of Interior Design Certification came up with a test that's a 20-hour test, kind of like a bar, that has to do with the health and safety of the public, since designers are specifying products that people can slip on, or firewalls, all those types of things. I also studied a lot of architecture, so it was more or less a differentiation between someone who's just a designer or just a decorator that's just placing, accessories or selling furniture, and not an architect that's licensed architect, but someone who works with construction from the ground up and can utilize their ability to coordinate the whole project, that it does involve the construction, the architecture, and the design, and the furnishings, to really figure that all out at the beginning of the project. So that's one thing that I do. I love space planning. I love solving problems. If someone's doing a remodel, how to take out a wall, what's the best use of the space, figuring out all the details of each architectural element from the beginning. And a lot of designers don't do that. They'll just sell the furnishings and the window coverings, and some people just do the space planning and they don't actually do the design part. So I think that's what's separated me from some of the others, because I can carry the whole project through from the beginning to the end.
That's right.
And
yeah, I did experience that with you. I experienced this with Debra several times, especially if you want to build a house. She is amazing when it comes to planning, how to do, where to install everything, electricity, everything, all the fundamental work goes through her. And she's also, my experience is that you have been amazing on cutting costs.
Yes, thank you. Saves people a lot of money from making a mistake. If you pay a designer, even if you don't hire them for a long, for a full project, if you just hire a designer for an hour or two to pick out a paint color, specify whatever it is that you might need, to not have to make a mistake and then pay a construction person or a contractor, to fix something and redo something they made a mistake on. You've saved so much money.
Amazing.
Not to mention, I know where to go. I work quickly. I've been doing this 40 years. So people can run around and just spend hours and hours and hours of their time when they could be doing something beneficial that they know about. Whereas a designer that's experienced can focus in and solve the problem right away.
That's right.
And it just makes the job easier. People enjoy it. They get a result that they love at the end, and they're not frustrated by all the costly mistakes. So
I do believe the job that, the work that you offer allow everybody to have a better life. As far as the homeowner is concerned, they have a tremendous saving. They get the result they want at the end. You hear what their needs are, how they want to function in a house, and also you help them with the future value of the house.
Correct.
And at
Resale
the end,
value.
resale value. to me, every time I get so much compliment when I involve you in my project.
Thank you.
Because my clients are very happy at the end. We cut the cost, and also they get what they want. We know the resale value is there.
Correct.
It's amazing. I think most people, they feel by hiring a professional person, they have, it's going to cost them. Actually, I'm here to tell you, no, it's going to be reverse. Hire Debra George Ryan. You are going to be saving a lot. As far as my personal life, I am delighted to have the opportunity to work with you.
Thank you.
And that helps
pleasure.
a lot, yes. And the new
Everything
construction.
goes so much smoother.
Everything goes smoother. And then you don't have to, as a client, you don't have to do anything. You just allow the result, what you dream of, manifest, instead of working and creating and building and rebuilding again, which is costly. And the other thing that you do, you work directly with the contractor, and she makes sure the job is delivered accordingly.
Right. Contractors are not thinking about how the house functions. They're just building a box. Architects often just focus on the exterior of the project. So many times I get involved and I work with the client, how their house is going to function, how they're going to use it, what the use is for each space, put in the furniture on the floor plan, really figure out the flow and what needs to change before the house is built, so that you don't go, people can't visualize it. So afterwards, you don't want them saying, oh gosh, I should have, could have, there should be a window, there's nowhere for the television, the light's coming in bad, who knows. So
That's right.
Solve all those problems before the construction. And as far as resale goes, people that need to redo their kitchen or their bathrooms or any of those are always golden tickets for getting more on the sale. And if you do it with a designer at the beginning and enjoy it yourself for a while and not just do it at the last minute right before you sell, you've actually enjoyed it and and still increase the resale value.
The value that we have in here, you don't have to think about resale, but you will think about the journey and you enjoy your life the way you want to, and have 5, 6, 7, 10 years enjoying the life, and then the resale value is there, is right. I worked with Debra before, and I am delighted to say everything goes smoother, and also my job is going to be much easier because she supervises everything. Something about her, what differentiates Debra for me is that she is, what is the right word in English? Anal is not, is just she is very detail oriented.
Yes.
She wants it the way it should be, and she's very
efficient
straightforward.
Yes.
She tells you it's wrong and it doesn't work, and she get people to redo things right away.
I really value the input of the client as far as creating the environment they enjoy, because everybody has a different personality. So I've gotten so many compliments from my clients that I really listened to them and made the house look like them. If you look on my Instagram page or anything, you'll notice they don't all look the same. And obviously trends change, styles change. So what I was doing 20 years ago is different than what I'm doing now. But even with the trends that you want to try to follow almost because you have to, because that's what's promoted by the industry as far as fabrics and colors, you can still bring the client's personality in, and not everyone's house is going to be the same, and not everyone likes the same thing. But that's so important, and some people don't do that. They just have a brand or an image, and everyone's house looks like that. And that's fine if that's what the client wants. If they love what you do best, then that's great. But they also, I try to involve my clients in my jobs.
Absolutely.
I don't, so
Absolutely.
then it looks like them when it's done, and it's done properly and to scale. And
yes, and also I bring Debra to my project, and also I have seen her taking me there. Even the clients are not ready to sell, and that would be for the next 5 years or 6 years, and we go ahead and brainstorm.
Yes,
and we discuss what is the area and what's the trend really. That's what,
combined knowledge. Yeah.
Combined knowledge. Yeah. And what is the highlight of your work? Other than working with me?
Oh, as far as like what project was a highlight?
The project,
or
if just say when you do the work during the day, which part of it brings?
That's the satisfaction when the job is finished and the client is so happy that I created something that they couldn't do on their own, then I know I'm in the right job. Yeah. I have most all of my clients now, after being in this business for 40 years, are repeat and referral. So I've basically pulled advertising. My clients I've got clients that I've done 7 homes for in different states, throughout California, multiple states, and it's just fun. They know me, and now I've got clients who I've helped their children with their homes because it's the next generation down, and companies or people that have referred, like I'll have 5 groups of friends or 5 people from one company because they just tell, and so it's very satisfying knowing I'm doing it properly and people love me and reuse me, and it's, like I said, I've been really fortunate to have a career that I really feel like I'm good at and satisfied. It's the satisfaction of the client being happy at the end.
That is true about her. She is detail-oriented. She cares and she checks on you all the time. She has a tendency to go extra mile, and that's what I love about her. That's why she is a part of my team, and I adore her. And she's extremely honest. And another thing that is really important to me is that she delivers everything on time. Talk about me. I want everything to happen yesterday.
Yes.
And I am pretty detail oriented. That's why we are a good team, And I want everything to be perfect. And I understand. And I go against the trend when it comes to marketing, when it comes to selling. That's why that's differentiate me. And I couldn't do it without an amazing team like Debra, George, and Ryan.
You're so sweet.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure working with you. It doesn't matter if someone has a condo or a 15,000 square foot home. Basically, they all need support and help, and it benefits everybody. So it doesn't, some designers want a full project as well. If it's under a certain dollar amount, they don't want to help people. And I treat everybody the same. So
that's why we're a team together, because I do exactly the same thing, She's amazing. Thank you very much for watching this program. And thank you, Debra,
for taking
joining
the
time.
Me.
Yes, thank you very much. And if you have any question, please write to me, and I will be there for you.